In this part of hell, Epicurus, with all his followers who make the soul die with a body, have their burial place.
Hello, hello. How you been? Not much. Just got on a few minutes ago. Had to watch some football first, you know. How's it going with the job thing? You gonna stick with Applebee's or what? Damn. Slow, huh? Ah, okay. All right. So, have you had any interviews anywhere else? Of course. Assholes. Alright, now it's not loud enough. Shit. That's better. Hell no. What the hell, man?
I should have burned these manuscripts. They were my son's words, not mine. I should have burned these manuscripts. They were my son.
I'm not sure if you do the auto absolve. If you get the same amount of souls. So I'm just doing it manually. Which is this? Oh, I see what it is now. They're dark, you don't get anything for them. Trying to play a trick on me.
Serenity, sweet serenity.
Your suffering ends.
I want to know what this... Okay, no problem. I know what this does. Oh, it just turns off fire. Alright, cool. Don't really know why. I don't... Whatever. Yeah, I've been breaking the rules at the job lately. They have these chocolate chip cookies that are, man, damn, they're so damn good. But I had to stay the course and be like, no, I don't eat that shit. So what I need to do is like substitute for something I could bring there. So every time I get a craving for those damn cookies, I can grab something that's a healthier choice for me. You know what I mean? I had the pizza. What I do is I'll make a half, so it'll be like only 3 slices or whatever, and I'll eat that. And I did that today. Took my medicine, of course. Checked my glucose when I got home, and it was only 17 points above 130. So I was like, all right, not too bad. You know what I mean? So I just gotta stick, like I said, stay the course. No, I'm like, no, don't fucking touch those cookies, dude. Don't touch them. Leave them where they are. They are bad for you. But they're so good. Oh my gosh. I'm talking about delicious. Sure, that'll come into play in a moment. Let's see what this does. Anything else I can use this for besides propping it under there? So hit the switch. Mind if I do? That's what they wanted me to turn the fire off for. Should have known. Of course it won't be. Quiet. Style it. Thank you. what makes that fight so hard right there, you see they got like that purple prismatic thing over their head. It's more or less supposed to symbolize that they're so hellish, I guess is the word I should use, that my Christian, like, okay, so you see here on this menu, you got unholy and then holy, right? So any of my holy type moves won't work on them because they're so hellish. So it's everything unholy that damages them. That's what makes it so tough. So when you see, like, when I'm spamming those, like, crosses, those cross type moves, that does not work on them at all. I got to use all this type of stuff. It just makes it tougher. Gives it a challenge, you know. The game plays like the older God of War games, Part 1, 2. Actually, I think there were 4 of them. It was God of War 2, Chains of Olympus, and I don't remember the Ascension. There you go. There was 4 of them that came out that played just like this. But God of War is a Sony Studios video game. So unless you're playing on a Sony console, you cannot play that shit. So this is the closest that you get. Now, see, the first one here that you fight is not I can beat him within. another one down. Ridiculous. Yeah, I don't recommend playing this game. Have a long wire temper. Long fuse, maybe is what I should have said. Here we go. Gotta do first. Seal of Epicurus, huh? The hell is the Seal of Epicurus? Requires on home level 1 to equip. Chance to perform a critical strike on any attack is increased. Damage increased by 15% and enemies are knocked down. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Maybe later. What'd you do wrong? Tuscan immensely lead that the soul dies with
What faction do you represent?
As a heretic.
The spirit ones owe me their lives! What faction do you represent? once owe me their lives. No! We can... Abomination.
I got better things to do than repeat the same shit over and over. Hurry up.
But I defended Florence alone when all at the end of No! We can...
Would you like to give this game a try? I ain't changing no fucking difficulty. Now what's this do? No! I'll take that. Fucking easy to get. Hold on a second. What the hell's down here? Frederick's Ring. Where are you, Mr. Frederick's Ring? Requires holy level 5. When Dante's low on health, there's a chance to execute divine intervention, which both stuns enemies and heals Dante. Interessante.
My son, within this remaining cavern, there are 3 more circles, one below another, each full of accursed spirits.
Thanks for, telling me, friend. That's Virgil. Virgil's a good guy. That's not Virgil. Wait, he's gone. Nope, that's Virgil. This is a Beatrice statue. And this is our way down. Violence. Of Nessus.
The Romans call me the Scourge of God.
Cool. What'd you do wrong, buddy?
What? The throne I see.
Scourge of the earth.
Blood and death.
Feared emperor of the Huns, who is forever trapped among those who desire to be drenched in blood of man.
The throne I sit on is a throne of blood and death. Do not mourn me with feminine lamentations and tears. The throne I sit on is a throne of blood and death. Do not mourn me with feminine lamentations and tears. The throne I sit on is a throne of blood and death. Do not mourn me with feminine lamentations and tears. The throne I sit on is a throne of blood and death. Do not mourn me with feminine lamentations and tears. The throne I... Mourn me with your blood!
The main reason why I'm playing through this game again, I say again as if the first playthrough was, is recorded, but it's not. So this is actually your first time seeing me get through this game, from the beginning to the end. But the main reason is because I never completely got all the achievements I wanted to get the first time around. And the other reason being, this game is a shit ton of fun. I like it. I thought it was stream worthy. So you got to deal with the aggravations of it, sure, but it's still a good game. And it's been a long time since I played and beat it. So I thought it was a good idea to pull it out, dust it off, and beat it again, hopefully. Pull it out, dust it off, beat it again. I am talking about the video game, by the way. Not the other thing you can pull out, dust off, and beat again and again and again. Until it hurts. Checking my phone for a moment. I'm getting emails, which I usually do this time of night. Alright, here we go.
The Romans call me the Scourge of
Damn it.
I praise you, O great one.
In nomine Patris.
No. There we go. Good shit. Good shit, good shit. Wait. Oh, is that too far away? Probably. Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, I can't finish that. Okay. Do it again. And do it again. Yeah, I thought it was fun too.
In violence, wounds and death are inflicted against one's neighbors. This ring torments those who murder and plunder, and every soul who wrongfully smites another.
Okay. Yeah, don't get me wrong. What I do now, you know, when I was at Sonic, I pretty much had it in a, I guess, selfish. Maybe you can consider it selfish. I don't so much anymore because of the fact that I'm very much grateful that where I'm working now, the latest you might get out of there is like 10 o'clock at night. But I also do know that there are like games being played. Like the people that are there, like they're a clique. You know what I mean? Where if you're new, then obviously you're not going to be a part of that clique, no matter what you do. But I'm adult, so I don't fall into the traps of, and really what I mean by that is like they're trying to play like a high school type game where they're like, hey, I'm going to say this to you just to see if you tell somebody that I said this to you, and it's going to circle back and you're going to look like the bad guy. So take the bait. And I'm not stupid enough to fall for that, you know what I mean? Oh, I told you going into that job, like, unless one of their main people decides to like walk away from it, you're going to really be fighting for hours, you know what I mean? I knew that from the beginning. I mean, you can see that there's a reason why they call it the neighborhood grill or whatever the hell it's called. Because, you know, we frequent the place. They know us more or less by name. And if they don't by name, they know where we like to sit. They know what we like to watch. And they pretty much know what we like to eat. But we're not the only ones. There are plenty of people that come in there that are regulars. And then the faces that you see are normal. Like, it's rare that the whole place is new. You know what I mean? Wow. Do you think that's because they're not getting paid correctly, or um, the manager like, see, I don't know how it goes up there. I know the one guy doesn't seem to be very, like, hands-on. What's his name? Nate. I think that's the one everybody dislikes. The Everett dude seems pretty cool, although I mean, I don't know these people, you know what I mean? But it seems like the rest of them are active. They're ready to go out, serve the guests, you know, handle complaints, things like that. Oh, yeah. But, you know, and of course they're going to use the people that they know that they can, you know, be like, hey, I'm going to toss you more hours. That's just like at Sonic, you know. Like I said, it's very rare now if Alex comes in. No, I don't talk to him outside of right here anyway. I mean, I did for a little while, but that was back when he was having the issues, and I guess he's pretty much got that figured out. Talk about the relationship issues or whatever. But anyway, I'm willing to bet people have benefited from, you know, a lot of us walking away from the Sonic, where they're not worried about overtime, or they're not worried about, you know, getting 32 hours a week, 34 hours a week. I'm pretty sure they're like right at 39 or whatever. And you're welcome, you know. The way I look at it, you're welcome that I did you that favor. Because, like I said, I took a job in a different town, and I'm having to put fuel in my vehicle every week, versus when I was at Sonic, I was doing it every other week. You know what I mean? Oh, I don't know. All I know for sure is you can look over there at any given time, and the business still isn't there. Like, the sales are still down over there. So it doesn't matter who she hired to replace anybody. They're not, like, people are like, I'm not going over there. You know what I mean? And that sucks. That sucks for the business, because I mean, I still care about Sonic, of course, you know. I wish I didn't have to leave, but right now, being that now it's been a month or so, I don't regret leaving, and I wouldn't consider going back, unless it was one of those things where it was like, all right, I'm going to go out of my way, and I'm going to get a hold of Chris and offer him his job back, and also offer him more or less, like, not a raise. I was good with the money I was making, but one of those things where it's like, I will let him work what he wants to work, not what I want him to do. You know what I mean? That's the only way I would go back, because it would benefit me in the sense that, you know what I'm saying, I'm not spending the money on the fuel. It's right up the street, you know. But I mean, my stipulation would be, I don't want to be there no earlier than 10, or excuse me, no later than 10 at night. And I don't want to be there no earlier than 10 in the morning. That's it. That would be my stipulation. And she would be like, but you know, Ty, she's proud. The business has definitely gone down in the year that she's been there. There's no way around that. I mean, numbers don't lie, you know. They're not getting their asses kicked on Friday nights like they should be, especially with the high school football going on. Halloween night, they're definitely going to take the business that night. That's like the busiest night of the week, or busiest night of the year, but that's it. You know what I mean? That's like their one thing that they can say, hey, look how much money we made. But you should be making that kind of money every Friday or Saturday night. I mean, you got college football going on. Of course, college, being in Alabama, college football is a hell of a lot more important than pro ball. That's the truth. And they're not. They're just not taking the business. And it's sad, but it goes back to who's running your store, who is the general manager of your store, you know. And I don't know. Like we'll see if it changes at where I'm at now. If it changes this week coming up, because even today or officially yesterday, as soon as lunch hit, so I'd say around like 11:40 or something like that. Here they come the people, right? And it was just a constant, like right after 11:40, like you would have your people. Don't get me wrong, you'd have your little 10-minute breaks in between or whatever, but you'd have more people and more and more. And I left at 6, so I don't know how much more they might have taken after I left. But I mean, they were prepared for it. Like I did what I had to do to make sure they were going to be screwed. And of course, I didn't do it by myself. You're not supposed to. It's a team-based game. Just like Sonic is supposed to be a team-based game. You can't do it all on your own. Now, with the experience and being there for days and months and years at a time, you can pretty much take care of a lot of stuff by yourself, even though you're not supposed to. It's a team-based job. But I still have yet, like I said, I still have yet to figure out if I'm and it doesn't even matter, doing good at the job. I don't think I'm doing bad at the job at all. But I haven't called out on them. The only thing I might have done a few times is like ask for a certain day to come in to close instead of open. And that's it. Like I haven't fallen into the politicking of the bullshit that's up there. I'm not trying to be on anybody's side. I'm trying to be cool with everyone. You know what I mean? Even the young punk ass kids that don't really mean shit to me. But I don't want to be on anybody's bad side. I go in there, and if I'm asked to do something, I'll do it. I don't give any, lip about it or attitude about it. I just do it. I don't know if that's going to work to my benefit later on, or if it's going to be like, oh, look, he's doing anything I ask him to do, therefore he doesn't belong in charge type shit. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like I said, I just go in. I clock in. I'm getting paid. I left today with 36 hours. Last week was 37 hours. And we get paid bi-weekly. So I guess I would have to say the one thing that does get on my nerves is I would like to be able to be the guy that goes around the corner to do the whole like ringing them out. Because on the keypad there, for like if they're using the card, it asks like how much they would like to tip, like 10%, 15% or whatever. I would like to be the beneficiary to that. If they're like, oh yeah, I'll tip 10%, you know what I mean, shit like that, because that adds up. It's the same thing at Sonic, if they, or at the Applebee's, if they want to tip you through the credit card instead of actual cash, it all adds up, So if anything, I would say that's the one thing that does get on my nerves. I wish I was over there more often, but there are other people there that don't work there half the hours I do. So if they're ringing people up, then that makes sense, because they're trying to be like, hey, while I'm here, I might as well make it a little extra. You know what I mean? And that might come back to me later, and I don't care. But there is this like little tip jar thing, right? And a few nights that I'm there, it'll be like it's supposed to be split amongst whoever's there. So somebody like the manager on duty obviously is supposed to take it, count it up, and if it's like, I think I've already talked about this the other day, maybe not. But anyway, if it's $5, right, in there, and you have 5 people on your crew, well, that's $1 each person. You know what I mean? If it's $20 and you have a 2-man crew or a 3-man crew, well, then you pull out your calculator, because I mean I don't do division very well either. That's why you have calculator shit on your phone, and you divide that upon whoever you got there. But I noticed in the last few nights, like, this money will be thrown in this jar, and if I leave before everybody else, I'm not walking out with my split of this money. I'm like, man, fuck that. So today I took it upon myself, like, oh, hold up, it was me and one other dude. I'm like, all right, let me check this jar out. and I checked it had $2 in it, I'm finna take one. You know what I mean? If we had a few more customers, it's got this many in it, I'm gonna take half. Like, if that comes back and it's like, oh, Chris, well, we noticed, blah, 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 I'm like, hey, well, this is what I noticed. These motherfuckers is walking out of here with this tip money, and I ain't getting shit, and that's not fair. So I'm taking my share. I was hired as a manager anyway, so if my hand goes in that jar, it shouldn't be no, hey, what are you doing putting your hand in the jar? I'm a fucking manager. I can do that if I want to. You know what I mean? As long as I'm not taking more than my share, shouldn't be a problem with it. I'm just saying, fuck that, dude. Shit, like I mean, and if I gotta talk to the owner about it, I'd be like, hey, so you out of everybody, it ain't everybody's business, cause I don't tell nobody. I've never been the type of person to tell people more than they need to know about me in any way, shape, or form, right? So if it comes back, Chris, I'm checking out, I'm like, hey, so you already know I took a pay cut to come work for your store, right? You know that because we sat down and I told you how much I make, where I'm at, and you still was like, hey, I can't pay you that, but I can give you this, and I was willing to take it. All right? So you already know I'm working for less than I was making. All right? You know I have a family. I'm not one of these little 16-year-old kids, 17, 18-year-old kids that you got work for you. I'm a grown man. I got grown man problems. I got grown man debt. You know what I mean? If you can put on the camera that you saw me take more than my share, then by all means, you have every right to come at me like, hey, what are you doing? But until you find that, leave me alone. You know what I mean? Because I try to keep it real with the one dude that, you know what I'm saying, I think he's a pretty cool guy. He knows what he's doing. He tells me some shit. He gives me some pointers. The rest of them, like, I don't know, it's like they got a problem with him, and I'm like, hey man, fuck that. The dude's working 3 jobs. He's a welder. He works at the Waffle House as a short order cook, and he's working, he takes time out of his busy ass schedule to come work for your store at least 2 days a week. So what business do you have talking shit about this dude? Because if it was me, fuck no. One job. I have one job. One job I get paid for. Now I have plenty of other jobs, but it's only one that I officially get paid for, and that's all I want. I don't want 2 jobs. You live your life. You're gonna spend a third of it sleeping anyway, and one of the other thirds is working. And then you have one other third to do Sorry, I don't know if you can hear me or not. I know it's on ad break, or am I back? I don't know. Okay. Damn, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, no. Oh, you're asking, No, that's not that. It's just one of those things where it's like, you don't think I'm smart enough to know that if I leave before you guys leave, and I see money in that tip jar, that if I walk in tomorrow first thing in the morning and it's empty, somebody got in it, right? And what you did is you split that amongst the folks that was still in there with you after I left. To me, that's not fair. That money wasn't in there before I got there. That money was thrown in there after I also worked with y'all, right? So that means I am entitled to a percentage of that money. But you're like, to me, the reason I bring this up is because if it was me, if I was the person in charge, right? And like, oh, hey, Chris, what time you leave? Oh, I leave at 8, but y'all close at 9, right? So that would mean, all right, y'all have a good night. Hey, Chris, wait, before you leave, let me go ahead and pull all this money out, split it up, give you your share before you leave. And then these guys will have their share. If we make some more, then they'll have more. And if not, then they'll have their share out of what is in here. But before you leave, let me give you your share. That's fair to me. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, now, if that thing's full and I just clocked in, by all means, I don't deserve none of that. I did not help you make it. I'm not going to help you take it. You feel what I'm saying? But if you ain't made shit, and then I clock in, and then all of a sudden it's money in there, oh yeah, some of that belong to me. Believe that. I don't want to be the one to start. Dang, Chris, you've been working for us about blah, 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 blah. Yes, I have. And up until this last few days, I ain't really heard nothing bad about you. Okay, and that's because there's nothing bad about me you could say. Like what? Don't get me wrong. All right, now if you was to watch the camera, Chris, I don't know if you noticed, but I got cameras pretty much all over, and I noticed you hit your little vape a few times in the kitchen, in the by the sink area. Yeah, I did. My bad. My fault. I won't do that no more. But you understand, if I don't vape in your store, you're gonna catch me out the door more often than I should be, or more often than you might want me to be, because I do vape. That's what I do. Sorry, it's an addiction. Is it a bad one? Yes, but I still do it. You gonna fire me? You know what I mean? What are you gonna do about it? But yeah, it's just simple shit like that. Overall, like, and I'm doing things that, when I was at Sonic, I'm like, what? You're doing what? Like, shit, I've been up since 8:06 yesterday morning. Still going. No sleep, you know what I'm saying? Still going. Because I had to go in at 9:45. Like, I had to open the store. You know what I mean? And it's like, whoa, you up before? What? Damn. You know what I'm saying? It's different. The place is different. Oh, my fault. So I had to, adapt to it. Is it better now? But like I said, it's cool. I don't get here no later than 9, like I said, maybe 10. It all depends, if the place closes at 8, I don't get here no later than like 8:50, almost 9 o'clock. Okay, better now. I had to plug it back in. But yeah, does it suck that now it's like you're waiting on, oh man, where you used to get paid weekly, now you get paid bi-weekly? Yes, that absolutely sucks, but I'm getting more hours than I was getting. Like I said, if I can get it on the end register and they, credit card, tip, blah, 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 that adds up. Now I'm taking the initiative. I'm like, oh, I hope you don't think I'm finna walk out of here without some of this cash in my pocket. I'm not doing it. Sorry, but you're gonna have to break bread. I'm a part of this crew just like anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? I spend more time I'm like this dude. I'm the guy that goes back there and knocks all that shit out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no pride against it. I'll do it. Shit, I did it at Sonic. Yeah, I might stay in the kitchen. Oh man, you hiding in the kitchen? No, I'm not hiding back here. I'm not hiding. But somebody's got to do it. You know what I mean? I'm not above washing dishes. And believe that at this store that I'm at now, there are a ton of them bitches you got to wash before you get out of there at night. None of the rest of them want to do it. They're strong at what they do. You need somebody to wash the dishes. I got you. You know what I'm saying? I'll let you do you. And don't get me wrong. They were like, hey, Chris, we want you to do this instead tonight. 10-4. I'll do it. Ain't nothing against it. But you have to direct me and let me know what you want me to do. I'm not going to come in here acting like I'm the man. You know, I boss folks around. I treat people like trash because that's who I am and that's what I want. It's not going to happen. You know what I mean? I'm not different there versus anywhere else. You know what I mean? I am the same person. I'm not an asshole until you piss me off. Then I'm an asshole. You know what I mean? That's just the way I am. That's the way, and there's nothing going to change that. Now, if I was paid a pension to be a drill sergeant or some shit like that in the military, or if I was paid to be a dick, then I'd assume that role. But I'm not paid to be a dick. I'm paid to be a member of a team, and that's what I am. I might, have, and what they do up there is like they color coordinate like who's who. So if you're wearing a black apron, that means you're a manager, and if you're wearing a red apron, that means your crew. Well, I like the color red, so I throw that color on, and now they might look at it like. Thank you, ma'am. Sorry, I was in the middle of talking to a friend of mine. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, you guys. Hey, what were you playing? I know it was Date Everything, but what in the world what is that? Oh, you were playing with type. It said Date Everything though. Did you change games? Welcome in, y'all. Appreciate it, full metal. I'm in the middle of a little bit of a challenge here. Nothing I can't. You date household appliances. Okay. Yeah, leave it up to you to play something weird like that. Anyway, like I said, I was in the middle of our viewers here. I hope the sound bar is good for you. I know my moderator / VIP said something about the voice. My voice cracking earlier. Not like my actual voice, but just letting you know if that's happening. Again, appreciate you guys. Appreciate the raid for that. Never mind. The game is louder than me. Dang it. And you know what? I think the problem with that is we tried to figure this out the other night. Let me see. I think it's not my fault. It's the game's fault. But let me try to figure that out. Maybe. What about now? Is that okay? Let's try something now. It's not my monitor. It's I'm trying to figure out what it is. Cause like I said, this is Series X, so, and I'm not using Lightstream. I'm just streaming completely through the console. Oh, like it. So no longer first, no longer first mirrors. Got out of that one. Okay, is it any better? I mean, right now there's not a lot of action, so I'm sure it's not that loud. Let me see what's going on up here. Alright, it's the same spot, so that's... Alright, okay. Alright, so I think we're okay here. Let's just move on. Okay, so the appliances moan. That's awesome. And creepy. So it's a dating sim. So it's like a sim. It's a Sims, but with appliances. So does like the refrigerator leak or the sink or the toilet like flood? Ew. They do everything. Ew. And I mean,
What is this place?
Go back.
No kink
That's
shame?
your friend, Dante, I'm telling you. You're not ready for this.
See, so there are
So
some
far,
games
I've
that you would
been ready
expect
for everything.
your favorite streamer to play, right? And so what I mean by that is I'm not necessarily your favorite, but if there's going to be somebody that's going to stream something like that, it would definitely be Full Metal. What you got to
One
say,
may
bro?
lay violent hands upon oneself, and therefore in this place, those who deprived themselves
I'd watch
of their
it.
lives repent in vain.
I'd watch it. So you get date beaters, it lets you bring items to life, and then you can woo their affections once they gain sentience. Yeah. Did I save it? I don't even know. I'm caught up with you guys. Did I? One more time. Okay. I did save it. No kink shame in that house. Oh, did you ever get back to that what was it called? The that Souls like with the hermit crab? I forget what it was called. What, One Crab's Treasure or something like that? I don't know if you guys have ever seen anyone play this. Obviously it's a little on the mature side. But these chick demons or cursed or whatever they are, or they're the most annoying enemy in this game. Don't drop nothing on it. Go in there, right? That's a warning. Do not go in there. Okay, stop. I guess I gotta like throw something at it, maybe. Alright, so it doesn't just hurt me, it hurts whoever. Right, that's the story. That's right. So he deserves what he's going through. And it gives it makes a good video game. This is like the God of War for anybody who wants to play a God of War game and doesn't own the PlayStation. And actually, if you ask me, Dante would kick Kratos' ass all day, every day. Because, I mean, Kratos goes through some stuff, but he doesn't go through hell. That's the truth. Well, you know, she, like, more or less, her faith is, it's one of those things where she believed that Dante wouldn't do that to her, and he did. So she more or less promised her soul, right, to him. And since she promised it to him and he broke the oath, then Lucifer took over, and it's a sad story. So it's gonna be something weird. This thing, this belly in the tree. That's what you gotta destroy.
Contact.
Yeah, let me out of there. So I guess I'm just avoiding this one. Yeah. Hey, Ghost is good. But then you say what drag is it? Yeah. Hey, Drag Me to Hell. Was that not a funny ass movie? You remember the seance thing they did around the dinner table? Have you ever seen that? Drag Me to Hell? When they brought the shaman chick in to like get it, because the demon was like with her. Oh no, man, it was great. Oh man, I don't know, it was before I moved here, so it was 2006 maybe, probably 2006. It's old, not that old, but old. Six years old. Well, then yeah, you probably. Yeah. Oh man, you listen, Drag Me to Hell. And the thing is, my cousin, Ashley, and that girl that's the star of that movie, they look exactly alike. It's crazy. Anyway, funny. It's a funny movie. It's supposed to be scary, but it's more on the campy horror side. Give it a chance if you ever have the time. It's actually pretty good. I didn't. If you haven't seen it, I'm not gonna give up what I thought was the funniest part of the movie. Slither, I haven't seen Slither. I think I remember the trailers for it, but I haven't seen it. Or the Crazies. You remember that one? I haven't seen that either. I'm going to finish this like probably not tonight. Probably depends on what I got to do tomorrow. If I gotta be at my job early Tuesday, then I won't fool with it. But I know this week,
Bearing my office
or not this week. Wait, what is today? The 29th? Yeah, so
so great
thank
is
you,
my
guy.
fidelity to Frederick. I'm losing my sleep.
I'm gonna do I'm gonna try to commit to doing horror on this channel the entire month. I got so much horror stuff that I need to get to. Some of it's bad, don't get me wrong. Some of it's bad, like that newest Alone in the Dark. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I want to play through that. They're going to give us Alan Wake 2. If you want a PlayStation, they're going to give that to you, like, the beginning of the month. I want to play through that. Actually, to be honest, I need to go ahead and play through 1, because I haven't beaten 1. And then I have, like, countless other stuff. But I don't know, it depends on... Both of those, I'm pretty sure, are long games. That'll probably take half the month. Chancellor to Holy Roman Emperor Frederick II failed to defend the honor of his master. Imprisoned and ruined, he took his own life. Oh no, let's absolve this guy. I forgive him. You guys forgive him? I do. He failed as king and thought he should take his own life. That's not okay. We'll forgive him. I'm trying to like end this run dead even, where I'm a mean dude, but I'm also a nice dude. That makes any sense.
I am ever faithful.
Holy shit! All right. Well, appreciate you coming in here. And I shall see you on here, like I said, depending on what I got to do Tuesday morning. If I got to close, then I'll be back. If not, then you'll see me later in the week. But get some good rest, and I'll see you later. Alright, what's this do? Oh. I gotta take this with me, I guess? I don't need any. Oh, I'm not gonna end yet. I meant later on. I'm gonna try to get through a good amount of this. Try to. But I'm not sure who I'm gonna raid to tonight. Wait, let's kill this first.
Perhaps you ought to end it.
And save it. Yeah, no, later, that's it. I'm going to try. I'm not sure how many. I think he said there's 2 more. So this is the. I think there's. Did they do the 12 or 9 circles? And I think they did 9 circles of hell in this one. So if you don't count the last circle, I am on this level. So I have 2 more, and then the final circle, which would be where you fight Lucifer. Oh, let me spend some of these points. How much you want for that? 2,500, 25, 5,000. Golly. Use that one. Use that one. Okay, that's all I'm gonna do for now. Oh, and you do get an achievement if you don't get lost here. I remember that. I think this is called the Lost Woods, maybe? That's one reason I'm playing back through it. I know the first time I played this, I didn't... get all the achievements I wanted to get. And then some of them, believe it or not, were locked behind the DLC. Sorry. I guess that would count as getting lost though. I'm circling back. Dang it. That sucks.
Dante.
Thank you. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for hanging out with me for a little while. You know what? I'm wondering if I reload it, and then go the correct path, if I'll be considered not lost in the woods. It's worth a try, right? Oh, that way. So I have to do it this way. No, here. Oh. Maybe I should just let him go. No, I'm thinking this would be the better way to do it. I should start at the Beecher statue. Let's see. I'm trying. Just because, I mean, like I said, the main reason why I decided to play this again is because I didn't get all these achievements the first time. And what's going on here? No. Wanna go up here. Now I'm confused. I thought I went this way last night. I did. Okay, that's right. Now, there we go. Up here.
Dante.
Maybe. Fingers crossed. No, there's not. I actually checked. Hold on. Let's see. Get this out of my way. Blah, 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 blah. Move it, please. Oh, yeah. If you go here, right, this should be your options. And it's got all this. Video collaboration, vibration, blah, 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 controller map. But no sound option. Just the basic stuff. Now you see, that's one of those things where I feel like if I actually had it connected to the PC, maybe you can tweak it, especially if like you used OBS or whatever. But I'm doing it the easy way, you know? Because this PC is just not. It's older. And, I mean, I'm sure I could, like, dump the money into it to make it, like, oh, it's old, but so what? You can beef it up, you know? But that's one of those things where it's like, that's something that I would like to do. But not necessarily my, old lady, you know what I mean? You're like, what are you doing? What are you spending money on that for? It's part of it. Okay, it's just part of it. Just let me do it. You know what I mean? That would be the argument. Just let me do it. See how far that goes, you know? Some guys like to buy like awesome fishing reels, or they have a boat and they want to like sell it to buy a better boat, or they have some car project, some like old school Camaro or old school Mustang that they have to like restore, and they want to dump a fortune into it. You know, people have their hobbies. There you go. See? People have their hobbies. That's not my hobby. I'm not dissing anybody who makes that their hobby. Yeah, there you go. It's important to me sometimes. Sometimes that's like that only goes as far as, you ever been to like a pond and you had like a nice smooth stone, you're like, man, if I get the right angle, I could probably skip this damn thing 20 times, right? And you can, but after that 20th skip, the damn thing sinks. And I think that's where I'm at when it comes to my hobby. You know what I mean? It's, the stone is sunk. It's over with. Hey, this is as far as you go, you know. Or not even that. Like I said, if you buy a new GPU, because even my 10-year-old son, he got back into the he watches YouTube in Twitch, and he likes the Five Nights at Freddy's thing, right? I'm not against it. All right, cool. That's what kids like. That's what's up. Well, he found one of those what is it? It's like user created type FNAF game, and we found it on the PC and we downloaded it, installed it. But then when he went to play it, the first thing that pops up, your GPU sucks, more or less is what it says. And he's like, Dad, what's a GPU? I'm like, oh crap. I'm like, well, it is this. And he's like, okay, well, why can't we just get one? And I'm like, because they're not cheap, dude. They're not cheap. That's why. So just play something else. You know what I mean? You're not crazy, but it's one of those things. Hey, so I bought a new GPU. It's how did you buy that computer? Yeah, better than buying right. I think those are a little more expensive. And luckily with him, you get some tools that they won't even open it. They're mad at you all the time. For right now, like this. It's just been gone, and then so instead of worrying about that, you move back. Alright, get these things away. That's what you gotta do. Keep this away from me.
Why do you break me? Have you no pity?
Mother. No.
When the soul quits a body from which it has uprooted itself, Minos judges it to the seventh circle. There, it sprouts, shoots up like a sapling. No body, only the pain. For it is unjust that any soul possess that of which it has robbed itself.
But you don't belong here, Mother. You died of the fever.
Her heart just gave out from the fever. She was too fragile.
A few teenagers.
I despised your father's cruelty. But I was too weak to defy him. And so I took my own life. And you learned his ways.
Forgive me.
The fault is mine. I had not the courage to protect you. Can you forgive me?
I should have... Mother, why did I lose everything?
Some men change, son. Others become the man they once were. The man they wish
It's gotta
to
be better than what I got going on.
Beatrice was all I had. Why did I betray her?
It is too late for us, son. There is still time for her. Absolve me. My soul belongs to you. You must save Beatrice. She is innocent.
You found a magic suicide fruit. Please enter the magic ring to modify. Okay. This is the one, ice cream. Yeah, I don't really like that one. So Dante slams the rotting fruit of suicide train to the ground, stunning nearby. That might be better.
Violence may be done against the deity
Alright, that sounds good.
by denying him in the heart.
Do you stream as well? Yeah, so mostly music. Alright. Maybe I won't know until I walk this way, or game will trick me with that stuff. I went to reload just to see if maybe I could get that. Yeah, heck yeah. Shoot, I have to reinstall that, and it's like 100 gigs or so. They just had another update for that game. It's a massive game. I guess I'll save. It can't hurt, right? See, I did the reload thing, so you would think it wouldn't remember that I got quote unquote lost. He plays all kinds of instruments, hell yeah. And so I assume that you got a powerful PC. Powerful. Is this when you have to do the...
I was a notary and man of learning.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I just used the one.
Cicero was my guide
PC
to public
and then,
affairs.
of course, used the mounted TV monitor for the screen I used to actually play it.
They solely were my enemies. I would have forgave their deceit.
Philosopher and scholar Florence and early mystery young Dante surfacing the seven secret
I
tale
taught
for
you
sin
how
of sodomy.
man makes
Oh
himself.
man, you got no.
I did what I thought. Burn in eternal hell.
But you do.
Do not feel contempt for my plea. A living being, shelter me.
Another one? Wow.
No! I fall! Wicked spirit.
See, someone just forced your hand. You gotta punish them. They did something that's unforgivable. You know? I mean, there was a guy earlier. Yeah, there's a guy earlier that took his own life, and I'm like, oh man, that's not. I mean, it's bad, but not that bad, right? Not to me.
No! It is not for us to decide the fate of these souls!
What souls? That is why we fight. They are not us! Fight with me, Crusaders! Spill the blood of heathens! There is no shame! Their souls are already lost!